Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot reading for serious tarot readers. I've done tarot for over 20 years. I have come to the understanding that tarot generally, and there may be exceptions, always in life there are exceptions, but generally tarot does not predict anything. Tarot talks about potential. It is the science of potential. Tarot is looking at frequencies through images. Like I said, I've done tarot for over 20 years, astrology for over 50. Astrology, by the way, is the science of cycles, within cycles, within cycles, within cycles. It's really great, but boy, I have yet to meet an astrologer, myself included, by the way, who can distill all those cycles within cycles within cycles and have it really clear and concise. It's always a bunch of goulash, and that's one of the weaknesses of astrology. Working on it. Now, back to where we are right now, Manifesting Tarot. I am doing this to help you create images of your life in your head. How do you want your life to be? Now, stop for a moment and just stand back. Much of what we think we want for our lives has been given to us, been programmed in us. So people go, well, geez, I want a bigger car, bigger home. I want more of this, more of that. I want to be good looking. I want to be famous. I want everybody to love me, kiss my ass. Oh, man, it doesn't happen that way. That's not life. Life is a four-letter word. Life is tough. Life has its ups. Life has its downs. But if you believe in the science of potential, if you believe in the frequencies talked about in tarot, then you know that on some level, I'll call it spiritual for a lack of a better word, you, me, and all of us pick our fate, choose our fate. But we do it on a 5D level, not a 3D level. So very often, here in the 3D, we get crunched and banged and bruised. Because we mapped out our life plan in the 5D, in the spiritual side, in the ethereal side. Operates differently than the 3D. And every time we realize that, it hurts. So when you are imagining a future, imagine you being the best person you can be. Not the richest, not the most handsome or beautiful or popular or... What the hell did you come here for? Maybe it means that you're slinging fries at McDonald's. That's okay. That's okay because there's some purpose to what you're doing that makes the world a better place. If you're being the best person you can be from the 5D, you'll make the 3D better for everybody. Same thing there for everybody else. But no. I want to be rich. I want to be famous. I want to be good looking. I want to be... Did you take a look at those people in Hollywood? Most of them are very, very sick puppies. Twisted, unhappy. And in a world, just as an example, where women have more choice than ever before, they're also the unhappiest they've ever been. So having things are not important, and I'm saying this to you because as you're manifesting, I want you to try to tap into that 5D you, not the 3D you. And then be willing to walk the walk. So, today, we go to the middle. That's always the oracle card, and it sets the mood for the reading, and it's time to go. Number up on the right-hand side, 45. 4 is stability, 5 is change. You're looking to wrap up something and go to something more stable, something more permanent, because the 4 and 5 equal a 9. So 4 stability, 5 change, and the 4 and 5 together, 9, meaning you're wrapping up. You're in a period of transition. You're looking for more stability. bringing the 5D to the 3D. Nice. Nice, nice. But it's time to go. So you are ending something. And if you're paying attention at all, that's what we see all around us. Endings, endings, endings. Pregnant with possibilities, but they can be good and bad. It's amazing to me how many times people go, well, we got planets moving into Aquarius. It'll be Neptune and Saturn, and of course, Aquarius, the future science, and all that kind of stuff. And of course, we got, on the other hand, we got Uranus moving into Gemini, if you're using Western astrology, that is. Oh, look at the potential for change. Change is not always good. What makes change good is you and I bringing the 5D to the 3D. If we don't do that, it's not going to get better. It's 1984. So that being the case, you can tell we're in a process of change. There is nothing in my life that has prepared me for what we're going through right now. Everything I based my life on, I have discovered, is a lie, a fabrication, a fairy tale, and not always with a happy ending. And so I've made that adjustment. In fact, I became aware of it back at 9/11. The disaster with the 3 buildings getting all smashed up and the fakeness that surrounded it. That was the real awakening. And since then, things have happened and I've gone, aha, I see, I'm connecting. So 4 years ago, when we hit the wall with this fakery, I knew damn well what was going on. Didn't participate. Not doing it. Man, am I glad. Man, am I glad, because the numbers coming in, not just from the medical people, because I have no respect for doctors, very little respect for nurses. They're supporting a system that is out to make us sick, not heal us. I have no respect for the bankers, the government. Actually, the foundation of what we call civilization, no respect for. They're all liars. They're all bought and paid for. It's the puppet masters that are deciding what's going to go on. So within that context, I am looking at change and changing myself, trying to be the 5D person in the 3D, difficult fit. But I know that's the only way it's going to make a difference. So as we're looking at time to go, I realize I have to punch the time clock. I have to leave my job now and go to something better. The meme for today says, it's not really letting go of the past that's the problem. It's coming to terms with letting go of a possible future that'll never be. That's the struggle. The mind wants to keep its fantasies, even when they're wrong, unhealthy, dangerous, even cruel. To let go of the past, you must let go of the future. Live in the present. And that's the secret to manifesting. Let's get to the reading. First card all the way to the left is the Ace of Swords. Swords are thoughts, ideas. The Ace says you're beginning to really think clearly. You're really beginning to confront the truth. In so doing, you're having breakthroughs, things that shock maybe even you. My God, I'm thinking like that. I never thought I would. I know. Me too. But the world is never as I thought it was. Got to change my thinking. So, that's the deal with the Ace of Swords. You need to change your thinking. You need to get mentally strong. You need to focus on the here and now. In so doing, you're going to be more honest with yourself. You'll be more just with yourself. And with that, you have breakthroughs, like the Six of Cups. Cups, a lot of tarot readers go, well, this is all about love and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it is sort of about love, but it's not necessarily about somebody else. It can be. Six of Cups is nostalgia. So it could be going back to the past, going back to when you were a child, your childhood friend, somebody in your life, some idea in your life, some place in your life that really gave you comfort, made you feel safe, made you feel like you belonged. So as you clarify your thinking, as you get mentally strong, and it's going to take that, because this is a psyops we're going through, folks. They're messing with our heads. Because if they can screw up our heads, they got us. Everything else is easy. That's why they're constantly throwing stuff at us to confuse us, overwhelm us. Ace of Swords says you can see through all that shit, and you can, because of that, grab a piece of your past, something that was very important to you. It gave you a lot of stability. Now, I don't want you to dwell in the past. Remember, you got to live in the present. But take that as a structure, a platform to build a better future. Next card, Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles are values, and I'm not talking about money or houses or cars or any of that stuff. I'm talking about love, friendship, peace. How important would peace be in your life right now? Whew. And then, of course, how about the gift of time? How valuable is your time? If you're 20, no big deal. I got a whole bunch ahead of me, which you probably don't, based on the information that we're getting from scientists and even people who keep the numbers for insurance companies. You're not going to live as long. If you're in your 20s, you ain't going to live as long as we have. They want to get rid. They said, Bill Gates and others have said, we got 8 billion people on the planet, give or take. We're going to get it down to at least 500 million, maybe even dig a little lower than that, meaning you put a group of people, 10 people together, 9 are going to have to disappear between now and 2050. So if you're 20 and you think, well, I got all the time in the world. No, you don't. 30, you become more attuned to the idea that, yeah, I'm getting old. Can't party on the weekends like I did. 40, it's like, party on the weekend, give me a Saturday, a Friday, a Saturday. It's one day. 50, forget it. You get to my age, and you go, man, I can see the individual sands running through the time clock. So it's important. So is that the case? Those are the valuable things that you build on: friendship, love, joy, peace, your time. Your time matters. And the final is the Queen of Pentacles. It's taking these understandings, thinking clearly, attaching to a thought, idea, person, belief that you can build a future on, a good, solid future with good, solid values. And then the Queen says, now let's live those values. It's not just talk about them, we got to live them. You get to that point, you're ready to live in the present to help build a future. You're punching the time clock on the old, getting ready to move into the new. You're not there yet. We got this next year will be hell on wheels. Get ready. Buckle in, kiddos. But if you have good values, a good, clear mind, and you're honest with yourself, you can make it. That's the Manifested reading for today. Back again tomorrow with another tarot reading. Between now and the next time you and I get together and talk tarot, peace and blessings.